So he did the most romantic thing that a husband can do, and he ordered a dumpster. Shout out Dave's roll-off.
I said, listen here, buddy, I do not raise animals. My little guys would not do that and then lie about it straight to my face. Shame is a powerful motivator. Oh my goodness.
Bring back public shaming.
You can guess. Or tell yourself, I'm going to write a book about my life someday, and this will just thicken the plot. Or you can say, what lessons did I learn along the way
Absolutely.
that are going to help me to not make an even bigger mistake later?
But they miss opportunities because they're sitting there scared to make a decision. And it's like, you made a decision not to make a decision. So I walked in Megan's house and I'm like, well, this place looks trash. And I think she was offended, but I meant it like as, not a compliment, but like, I see you're doing things.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I thought the house looked pretty good. I had like cleaned it up at least. It's very dusty and drywall dirt everywhere.
It just looks very different.
Yeah. We knocked out walls and everything anyway. So
it's exciting.
We haven't been having people over to see it in person too much.
Understandable.
But yeah, currently our kitchen is ripped to shreds, but the flooring's in and the painting is done. So actually the Amish guy is coming tomorrow to install cabinets.
So fun. That's exciting.
That's going to make it feel like a kitchen again.
Yeah, you'll be able to
But anyway, she walks in. She's like, this place looks trashed. And I'm like, I've just been sweating over here for like an hour trying to tidy it up for you.
No, such a day brightener.
Did you see what Josh was doing when you showed up?
No, I didn't notice.
Our light above in our brand new bathroom that we did this past like winter.
Oh, yeah, I noticed him in the bathroom.
It was ripped out of the wall. And he said a child had to be swinging on it for it to rip out of the wall.
Oh, no.
And I said, listen here, buddy, I do not raise animals. My little guys would not do that and then lie about it straight to my face.
Yeah.
Like, I think I know them a little better than that. And then he realized he used the wrong drywall anchors or whatever, and it just slid out. So
probably with all the other like banging around and stuff.
Yeah,
in the house.
I was horrified because it just fell out like while we were gone today. I was like, oh my goodness, I thought I raised my children better than that. So I was very vindicated when he realized.
You did. Yeah, that's great.
Oh man. But yeah, I've been like straddling this. It's been really hard, the parenting this summer, straddling like teaching the kids responsibility, but they're also little kids, so like doing stuff for them. And then like if I tell them to do things that I think are age appropriate and they don't do them, following through and letting them suffer the natural consequences is like so hard. There's just been different things. So like, yeah, they all forget their shoes. Like we head to the library and one kid forgets his shoes. And then it's like, okay, we can't go. We have to turn around and go home. You don't have your shoes on. Mm-hmm. And everybody has to suffer. It's like, did they learn the lesson? I hope. Or today I told them all to get their water bottles ready. We're going to go. And none of them refilled them. They just had like little bits of water in the bottom. And they were so hot today at the park. I was working out and they were playing. And I'm like, do I just cut it short and go home? Because water is like essential to life. Right. Or do I let them be a little thirsty? And so hopefully they'll remember. Like, it's just hard.
Yeah, it is hard. I have the same issues. And my boys are even older. So you would think that they... And yeah, it's so hard to know. Is like, was it my duty to make sure they did what I told them to do before we left? Or is it not on me? Like what's on me and what's not?
We went camping and I nagged 3 or 4 times, like, get your lantern, your get your lantern, get your sleeping bag, and get your pillow and put it out in the camper. Well, it was on me that I didn't go and check and make sure everybody did. But we got there and 2 of the kids didn't have their pillows. So it's like, now what? You have to suffer the consequences, I guess. The funny thing is, I forgot my pillow. So I couldn't really lay into them, but I said, okay, those of us that forgot our pillows, we just have to improvise and we use blankets,
I think what I try to do, or what I kind of do just naturally without thinking about it too much, is if it's something that's going to affect my life, if they forget, then I try to, sometimes I just forget too, but to follow up. If it's something that like their baseball cards, for example, I know they want them and I might remind them, hey, if you want your baseball cards, grab them. But if they forget, I don't care, couldn't care less. So something like that, they can learn the natural consequences without me having to suffer.
Yeah, I know. I just don't like when one kid makes all the other kids suffer. Yeah. Like they don't have their water and now we have to just leave early or whatever.
That's a bummer.
So, we worked together. We're like, well, one kid had their water and they kindly shared and it was fine. But like, yeah, I'm like, now that I'm not just nagging, you know?
I say the things I say for a reason.
Yeah. Any homemaking updates? We always like to do a homemaking like endeavor that we've been trying and either succeeded in or failed. Do you have any stories?
This very morning, I decided, I'm going to be homemakery. I hadn't done any baking for a while or cooking really for that matter, which we'll talk about in a bit. But I was like, I'm going to bake some banana muffins. I was cleaning out the freezer and I found this I knew they were in there, but a big bunch of bananas that I had thrown in there. Did you know that you can just throw bananas without peeling them or anything? Just throw the whole bunch in the freezer, and then when you want to make banana bread, just get them out and microwave them or let them thaw and peel them.
I always just Yeah, do the bananas in a Ziploc bag. So
No,
there you
just
go.
throw 'em
Save
in.
the plastic.
Much too lazy for that. Anyway, so I made the banana muffins. Forgot to put chocolate chips in. So I tried to like, as soon as I had them in the oven, I remembered. So I like tried to sprinkle some on the top. And then apparently I sprayed too much avocado oil in the muffin tins. But, you know, avocado oil, not canola oil. So, and then it like spilled over. So my house was all smoky. And I'm like, oh, this is wonderful. Anyway, and the banana muffins, I packed them up because we had a little play date thing today. And I had tried to have the boys carry out the cooler when we got there. They each had an end, and the whole cooler dumped, and they all, like, they didn't spill out, but they, like, flipped upside down, and they looked like a big jumbled mess because they were still warm. I was like, oh, how impressive am I going to be? Warm muffins. It was a disaster. I think probably, like, 5 people ate one because they looked so nasty.
Oh, no. What was the event?
Actually, Finley's first grade teacher had all the kids in his class and all their moms and siblings to play at her creek. She has a nice little, like, creek area. And so they were having a little creek party. So it was really fun.
Are you the room mom?
No.
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 Nice. You didn't have to do anything with that.
No, it wasn't. It was just like very casual. Everyone brought something to share for lunch, and we had like a just snack style type lunch.
Yeah.
You know?
We're doing that on Wednesday with some ladies from church, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, it was nice.
I mean, I'm really not doing a lot of extras when it comes to homemaking, but I'm learning how much like that kitchen triangle is so important. You know, they talk about your sink, and then you reach around to your dishwasher or whatever, and your fridge and your stove. Like, I guess that's like a square, but you know, having all those things in a layout that makes sense.
Right, within arm's reach.
Yeah, and right now I'm walking through our used to be toy room. That's now going to be a dining room, the kitchen area, and the sun porch, all to like get my baby milk in the morning. I have to go over and get the cup and then go the whole way over to the fridge.
What's
get the
your
milk,
step
and then
count?
go the whole way back to the microwave. Yeah, and I lost my Fitbit at the pond, I think. I don't know where it is.
No.
So I have no idea how many steps.
That's a bummer.
I keep thinking it's going to turn up, but I've really missed it, especially for the time.
That's one of my pet peeves about my house. If I have the dishwasher open, it opens right in front of the sink. So I can't stand at the sink and load the dishwasher. I kind of have to like reach over the dishwasher into the sink. But it works. I mean, it could be worse. So
Your home,
your
house.
My current house.
Should we address the elephant in the room? Should we just get right into it?
Yeah, so let me just paint the picture.
When planning your school year this year, one thing you don't have to worry about is taking your kids to music lessons.
Voetberg Music Academy buys you 30 minutes of free time instead of one more thing on your to-do list, and will leave your children begging to play their instrument more.
Students are self-motivated by earning badges mailed to their doorstep, participating in the monthly online student showcase, and seeing dozens of other students play with their siblings and friends in the Voetberg Music Academy community.
At Voetberg Music Academy, you aren't on your own. Each student has 24/7 access to their instructor, receives personalized feedback on live coaching calls, which allows students to learn faster and easier.
This school year, the first 200 people to use the code Homemaker20 will get 20% off of their first month. Join thousands of other Christian families learning to play together with the leader of online music lessons, VoetbergMusicAcademy.com.
With beginner, intermediate, and advanced piano, ukulele, fiddle, and guitar courses, Voetberg Music Academy is your one-stop shop from your family first unboxing your instruments to playing for worship, writing music, or playing in a family band.
The Voetberg family loves playing music together, and they want to help you bring the gift of music into your home in an affordable, efficient, and family-centered way.
This month, the first 200 families to use our code Homemaker20 will get 20% off an encounter with a proprietary Voetberg method experience where siblings can share lessons and learn music in a way they'll never forget, even when lessons stop.
Definitely check out Voetberg. There's a lot of new things happening over there and new courses they're adding. I think you guys will find something that's perfect for your kids or even for yourself.
So our summer started out boring and lazy, just the way I like it. Meandering along, came back from a nice 4th of July weekend. Eric's like, sends me this link for this house. Hey, we should go look at this house. I looked at the listing. I was like, I live there. Let's go check it out. So we go and we walk through the house and we're like, it's a nice house. It's a really nice house. I really like this house. I can see us here. The boys are like, oh my word, this house is so cool. Pool table, you know, that's sold them.
Like this, the absolutely most irrelevant thing.
Yeah. And so we went home and can't stop thinking about this house. So we're like, maybe we'll put an offer in to see what happens. So in order to do that.
Bear in mind, the word Jayna and Eric moving had never come up.
Oh, no. I would tell people, literally when someone asks, like, you know, the subject would come up about moving, I'd be like, oh no, we're not looking to move, but you never know, next week we might, because that's how we roll. That's how we bought our house that we weren't looking for a house. We just looked at it, saw it, liked it, bought it. We never looked at any other houses before that one. We looked at one.
You didn't even know you were house shopping before it happened.
No. So like I knew that that's probably how it would go, but it was not on my radar. Not at all. So we look, but we're always like looking, you know? I'm not, but Eric is, and then he sends me listings, and usually I find fault. But this one couldn't.
Oh, it's so fun to casually look.
Yeah.
I have to be honest.
Anyway, so we started the whole, can we make an offer? You know, what offer can we make? And, you know, got that all squared away. And then a couple days later, we went to look at the house again because Eric needed to see if he could swing his driver in the shop without hitting the ceiling.
His golf driver.
Yeah. It's very important. Anyway, so we took Josh along.
That's his first. That's so funny.
He's like, well, we're not buying it if I can't swing my driver. Because he has a golf simulator that he can play golf in the winter. It's ridiculous. But anyway, that was priority number one.
That over gaming, I think.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I have no problem with it. But I'm also going to mock him. So anyway, so check. Driver can be swung without hitting the ceiling. He brought Josh over to we waive all inspections because that's also how we roll. And it makes your offer look so much more appealing. Anyway. And
Josh has done this for so many other people too.
Yeah, like, we should probably pay him.
Can we just have like a carpenter come over and just like take a glance and say, oh yeah, these beams are rotten, right, or like whatever.
So he looked through the house and gave his construction experienced approval. And so we put an offer in. And okay, let's just pause there. I don't know, you guys have already probably gone through this too, and I have too, but I forgot. When you put in an offer on a house, like, they don't get back to you for a while because they're waiting to see if something better comes in, you know? Oh my God, it's the stress. Like, are we moving? Are we not moving? Are we going to get the house? We lay in bed at night scrolling the Zillow pictures. We would do this here. We could put this here. But, like, it might all be for naught. Now here we are planning and dreaming for nothing.
You're literally envisioning your whole life in this particular spot.
And, like, for 48 hours or whatever, you have no idea. And, oh, I hate that. It's not my favorite place to be.
So it's like the fun of dreaming, but yeah, it could be.
Also, it made me realize some people have been looking at houses for months and months and months and can't find something they like, and that would be so stressful.
And they need to move.
Right.
Like, it's not like your family size was changing.
We don't need to move. So they accepted our offer, which was so exciting.
For the new house.
They accepted our offer. We have contract on the new house. Now, we didn't have settlement at the time of recording this, so by the time this is out, we will have had settlement. Hopefully. But you never know with these types of things. And we record once a month, so come back in September. So I'm being very vulnerable and I guess taking a risk in sharing this because it could potentially all fall through. We talked about, do we share this? Do we not? I was like, you know what? I'm a very open person. I share my life. That's what I do. So we're going to share. And then if it falls through, well, we'll share that too. So anyway, yeah, so very exciting. But then after we got, we're potentially moving to this house, well, we have to sell our house now. So that was quite the process. Getting our house cleaned out, like just going through the whole thing, decluttering, organizing, and my house has never looked better. It looks amazing and it feels awesome. So, Jayna and I have a chat called the Pod Squad, and we're chatting back and forth every month. What do we want to talk about on the podcast this month? We don't struggle for ideas. It's just like, which one do we feel like talking about? Mm-hmm. Which ones, And we like it when it reflects our life because we feel like that makes it the most authentic, the most interesting, the most up-to-date, and just realistic, I guess. And so Jayna was like, why don't we talk about what I've been going through this past month and discuss lessons that I've learned? Because I've learned so many lessons. And I was like, that sounds perfect because, this is August. People are moving right now. It's like moving season. People like to move before the school year starts. They get their bus route and all those things. And if you haven't moved, chances are you will experience it at some point. And so I thought there's a lot to be learned from in your experience, even if you aren't moving. Even if you're a homeowner or a homemaker or you live in a little rental property, anything, I think we have some life lessons in today's episode for all of us, even though, I'm not planning to move. I love all your points. Yeah, so I guess the first point, which I kind of breezed over, is that period of waiting where you have a big decision to make or someone else is making the big decision on your behalf or agreeing to it or whatever. It can be so stressful, and I wish I had some advice on how to cope, but I guess just grin and bear it. You'll find out soon. I don't know. It's It's so hard not knowing and waiting for an answer to something. And that's something I've struggled with all my life, like waiting for someone to answer. Whether it's God, whether it's, a employment opportunity, it's just something that I really struggle with, waiting for an answer. So I don't know. Do you have any advice?
Reframing it into like, okay, especially something like that. Both options have good sides to them. It's not like we're waiting for test results on something,
right,
or like things like that. It's a fun waiting if you frame it that way, even though it doesn't feel fun. You can just like tell yourself, this is not life and death. It's an adventure. Where's God going to take me type of thing. And just be like, I'd like to picture myself this little like seagull on the ocean, just bobbing. Like, I'm buoyant. I'm flexible. I can deal with this.
That's what I was saying.
It's not easy though.
Yeah. That's what I was saying to myself too. Like, I'm fine if this doesn't work out. Like, honestly, I'd be a little disappointed, but 2 weeks from now, I probably wouldn't have given it much of a thought. Like, but it was the not knowing that was harder than even if we would have got a no, it would have been like, okay, move on with life. We weren't looking to move anyway. It would have been fine. But just that period of not knowing was so annoying.
Yeah. Or tell yourself, I'm going to write a book about my life someday, and this will just thicken the plot.
Yeah.
Or I have a podcast. This will just be some fodder for the podcast.
Yeah, I like it.
I don't know. Like, whatever works for you to like, and also distractions, like have other things to worry about and think about and have other projects going. Yeah. And if they would not have accepted your offer, what can you do in the waiting period that even if they're going to not accept the offer, that it's exciting now? Like, it is kind of fun to daydream. Like, just let yourself daydream. And if it doesn't happen, then that's okay.
I definitely started stress cleaning and organized before our offer was accepted. So by the time it was accepted, I had a head start.
I always struggle with that. Like, move forward and just like put it out into the world that I have faith this is going to work out. We're going to get the answer we want. Or like, just be cautious. Like, even with Josh's nephew, we thought for a little bit of time he could possibly pass away. And it's like, do we just go on our trip to Florida and believe that God's going to heal him and it's going to all be okay? Or do we stay back and wait for horrible news? Mm-hmm. And that almost felt like worse because it felt like we were waiting for the doom and gloom.
Right.
It's just really hard to know. It
is hard to know. And in this case, the worst that would have happened, actually it would have still been the best because some corners of my home would have been cleaned out, So But then we started the process of decluttering. And I would say that I am a fairly organized person. I stay on top of the junk and the paraphernalia. My husband, on the other hand, his shop, I went up and I'm almost like, let's just burn this place down. Like, you have so much stuff. He's
a pack rat.
But the thing about him is he knows what he has and he knows where it is. If I haven't moved it, he knows where it is.
So it's organized, just not aesthetically organized.
It's not organized at all.
Oh, it is.
I don't know how he knows where it is. I think he has, I'm pretty sure he has ADHD, and maybe some of you, I cannot relate at all, but maybe some of you can. There is something about ADHD people and their piles. It's comforting to them. I don't understand it at all, but I try not to be too hard on him because to a certain extent, I don't think he can really help it. Like, that's just the way he is. And it's very frustrating to him when I nag about it or when I move things. So his shop was the area where I did not nag. I did not move things. And you could tell. It showed. So he did the most romantic thing that a husband can do. And he ordered a dumpster. Shout out Dave's roll-off. It was so fun. And I would say, like, there has been some, in this whole process, there has been some bumpy parts between him and I, like, working together. I was so proud of the way we worked together to clean out the shop, especially me, because I was so patient and I hardly rolled my eyes. It happened, but I hardly rolled my eyes. I hardly sighed when he said, I want to keep that. I just did so good. So I would pick something up.
Because you were potentially getting a new house.
Exactly. Throw away or save. Do you want this? What do we do with this? And he would go, I guess you can throw it out. And I had that in the dumpster so quick. Or in the wheelbarrow. Then the boys were taking the stuff down to the dumpster. So
That's so
had
cute.
Fun
they
too.
got to see you guys working together on decluttering.
I was listing stuff on Facebook Marketplace. If you saw me selling things for $5, no, you didn't. But Eric was like, I'd rather sell it or give it away than have it go in the landfill. So we tried to sell or give away everything that was...
Conscientious king.
Yes. anything that was usable. So it was just quite the process. I took multiple loads to Jubilee.
But he sent a Snapchat. It looked so good. Like it looked like a shop is supposed to look. It had like signs on the wall and like mysterious boxes, like what's in the boxes and stuff. But like that's how a shop should look.
It looks so good now.
Yeah.
Like do we really want to leave?
Do you really want to give that shop up?
Yeah. I think it's a little hard for him because where we're moving, potentially, the shop is smaller. But we also have a basement with storage that we don't have now and an attached garage, which we do not have now. So overall, he will have the same amount of storage, but he is losing that, his whole little kingdom.
So him looking at it now, all organized and ready for viewings and showings and stuff, does that make him like maybe be incentivized to have it organized to that level, or that doesn't do anything for him?
I don't know. Like, to me, I just get such a thrill about throwing things out. Like, I genuinely love it. It almost feels like I'm picking files out of my brain and just dumping.
Like deleting files off your computer.
It's such a good feeling. To him, I think it hurts. Like, I think he's what if I need that?
And he probably remembers how he acquired it and like, what a waste. I acquired it that way. And like, now here it goes.
Right. Everything has a story. And like, he bought things for projects that he hadn't had the main element yet.
Yeah.
Potential projects. And
it's like a craft closet for a girl. Like,
he takes great pride in being the guy that people know, that bolt, that screw, that charger, that cable, Eric will have it. And he will, and he'll know where it is too. Like, it's pretty incredible, actually, if I allow myself to be amazed, but usually I'm just frustrated about his talents in that department. But we got the garage cleaned up, many, many hours and hours of trashing, cleaning, sorting, but it looks great now. So then the next part, you get your house ready for pictures. So everything has to look perfect. You want to remove any trace of personalization. Like, you want people to walk in and imagine their family photo on the mantle, You don't want your little touches as much as possible. And
you need to like take out any non-essential furniture so it looks bigger.
Yeah, which we didn't have a lot. There was nothing really.
Your house was a nice size. Our first home, when we listed it, we had so much furniture crammed into that tiny little living room.
It looks like a furniture store.
Yeah, they're like, take out the piano, take out the side table. You don't need that. It's like you need it for real life to set your coffee on, but it got to be out of the way for pictures.
We didn't do a lot of that.
Which means you had it styled nicely.
I don't know. After we took the photos, they did like the digital walkthrough where you can like, I was like, I feel violated.
Like, I feel like I can see every little tuft and...
I don't know if I can sleep at night knowing that someone might be going around in my bedroom. Anyway, it was pretty crazy, but the pictures, I thought they looked amazing. I was like, hey, I would buy this house. So then you have people coming through your house, and that's another form of violation.
That hurts. I don't like that.
I know.
Like they're there for the sole purpose of judging.
Yeah. I know, and then they don't put an offer on you. Like, but what? Why don't you want my house?
Yeah, it feels like personal.
It does. It feels personal because they'll be like, well, we didn't like how the upstairs bedroom was only accessible through the bedroom. I'm like, well, I can't help that. Like,
it's like, we knew that.
We knew that. Like,
you knew that before coming. You had a 3D walkthrough.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's not personal. They don't know me. They have no idea. They're looking to do the best thing for their family. So
wasn't it so fun, your new house, your potential new house, like going and just standing there and looking at it and like imagining your life in it?
Yeah.
Like, I remember coming to this place. It was an old people's home at the time, and like 2 old people. She had actually passed away. And yeah, we would just stand out in the yard. Oh, we could put this here, and we could have that there. And like when the kids are teenagers, this and that. Like, we only had 2 kids at the time, and I'm imagining teenagers and 4 or 5 kids. Like,
well, that is one big reason why we wanted to. We knew at some point we would want to move or else do some work at our house, but is because I want my kids to bring their friends to my house. I want to be the hangout spot. Well, let's just go to Jack's house. They have a place for us. We're always welcome at Jack's house. I want to be that house. It's very important to me. And at our current location, it wouldn't have happened because we don't have a finished basement. We don't have like a rec room. We have one family living room. And they're not going to come hang out in this one family living room where mom and dad are hanging out. But if they're down in the basement, I can at least, they're on the property. I know where they are. I can get to know them. That's very important to me. So that is one reason, even though we didn't have to move our current house is perfectly acceptable. It's a lovely home. That is one thing that we were looking for. So I guess the next lesson is, how do you get your house to the state mine is? I'm very proud. How do you get there without having to? How do you motivate yourself to do that without someone saying, your house needs to be picture perfect by Wednesday?
How do you convince yourself that your house is up for sale and people are going to be walking through it?
Yeah, can we have some sort of like app that like you sign up for and it will randomly say your house needs to be picture perfect by Thursday, or we're going to publicly shame you or something? Like,
shame is a powerful motivator. Oh my goodness.
Bring back public shaming.
You can get you can get a small taste of that, I guess, with like having guests over. Like there's nothing nothing that more motivating than having to clean your house because people are coming over.
That is a very good point, because that's very true.
But they're not always going upstairs, you know? I feel like when I have people coming over, it's like focus on the main living area, the powder room, the kitchen, you know? And like in my bedroom, it's like upheaval, you know?
I cleaned out the attic. Like that's the level I'm talking about here. How do you...
All at once. I think that's what's like breathtaking to me. I have my house clean here and there, but like everything at once is such a feat.
Yeah, it's so incredible. Hard. On the other hand, it brings out a certain level of stress that is not sustainable. Like, I want to have a toothbrush on my bathroom counter, and I want to have my vacuum easily accessible. Do you know how sick I am of digging my vacuum out of the closet? It's not meant to be in the closet. I just shove it in there. It should. I keep
everything falls over
by my trash can, which is perfect. I don't care if people see my vacuum, but I want people coming through my house seeing the vacuum. Oh, her house gets dirty sometimes. She has to vacuum. It's not self-cleaning. I don't want to buy this house. So, sorry, I'm really unhinged today.
So, did your realtor put all these thoughts in your head?
No.
Or like,
they're all self-inflicted.
I mean, obviously, like leaving a vacuum out.
Yeah, or like
it's not the most aesthetic choice, but like...
No, it was all me. And, the dish rag. I can't have a dish rag in my sink. People might know that I have to wipe counters at some point. Throw it in the dishwasher. Like,
this is an interesting discussion. What is the lowest level you've ever stooped to when you know people are coming over? Like, I've heard of people hiding things in the oven and like stuff like that. I will put things upstairs, like if I need to or something, but I don't do that. Like, I'll just deal with it or wash the dishes quick or whatever. I
told Finley he needs to make his Phillies hat disappear when we were leaving today, and I saw him shove it in the kitchen cabinet, and I'm like, oh, that's a problem for another day.
Yeah, for sure. But if somebody's stopping in like last minute or something, I have no shame. I mean, it's like you knew you were coming in last minute. We're living here. I have 3 things going at once, the laundry, and I'm baking, and the kids are...
that's fine.
Like,
who cares?
That's just how it is. Sorry.
Yeah. So we've had 8 showings now in the past 5 days, and I'm at the point where I'm like, my standards are getting lower. I'm like, if there's a water bottle on the counter and people know that we live here, oh well, I'm fine, it'll be okay. They're still not going to buy the house because it's been on for 5 days and no one's bought it yet. So
yeah, you're just like doom and gloom in your head.
I really am doom and gloom right now. That's why I'm like talking so fast, because I'm stressed.
Oh,
but anyway, it's fine, we'll figure it out.
But it's so interesting. The market right now is not as predictable. When we sold in 2019 in our area, it's a very touristy area, and we had a nice size for like an Airbnb or whatever. And the market was just like crazy, and the area we were in was pretty crazy. But this is all before 2020, so it wasn't as crazy as it was going to get. But it was pretty predictable. Like they said, you're going to get a couple offers, and then you just decide. So he's like, I would recommend having opportunity for people to have showings for like 3 days. He said like a weekend. Let's list it on a Friday, and Monday you can like look through the offers. And that's exactly what happened. We had 3 offers, a letter from a homeschool family, and that's who we ended up picking. Their offer was the best. We didn't really let them pull at our heartstrings, but like they didn't have like contingencies and things and whatever. But it is fun to know like, oh wow, she's homeschooling in the basement that I created. And it was also very humbling because we were moving, because we were like, we're outgrowing this house with our 2 children. We're gonna soon have 3 here. And she moved in with 4 or 5 kids.
Oh, yeah.
So that was like, but they were trying to downsize, I think. And they're more like a travel family, I think. I don't know. I mean, what do you really know? But they gave it was very interesting to have a letter. And so I like kind of know. Like some people have no idea.
We talked about that. And our realtor was like, you can do that. But he said, it's really hard then. Because you read about this kid, you know, the sob story, the sad story. And you want to help them. But like, is that your duty to... you know, make your family financially suffer potentially for it? It's just, it really complicates things.
Yeah, we did not write a letter when we bought this one, but they did when they bought ours. So it's just interesting.
And also, you never know what you can say. Like, you think it's a good thing, but they might have a problem with it. And then because you offered too much personal information, it could backfire.
Yeah. But there was a time when housing in Lancaster County here, like you would make offers on houses sight unseen because
Yeah.
it would literally get listed and sold in the same 24 hours.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So now it's like, it's a little slower than that.
It
But
is.
some people, boom, instantly. The next people, it's on the market for 6 months or something.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. The real estate thing really intrigues me. Like
It
listing
is
it at
very interesting.
listing it at the right price, at the right time, at the right exact number, because psychology plays in. Like you want it to end with like a
9.
you know, 4-9.
Yeah.
Not a 5-9, 4-9.
Right.
Or like a, yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy, and I'm learning a lot. It's very overwhelming to me, like the whole contingencies and inspections and seller's assist and all these things that get thrown around. Like, okay, wait, what does that mean?
Yeah, you're learning, I guess, with getting offers and stuff. So
Anyway, so I feel like I was led to believe that my home would sell like that, and now it's been 5 days, and still not under contract, but we'll figure it out.
yeah, I just love how you're so doom and gloom, and it's just been 5 days.
I know.
Like, give it a week.
But our first house we sold in 3 days, and
Yeah.
that was in 2017.
I do feel like the longer it goes, the more leverage the buyers get. Like, oh, it's been on the market for a week.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
we can ask for this or for that.
Yep. One thing I wanted to say, and you will like this. I've been making my bed every day, in the kids' beds every day.
Why would I like this? Are you trying to shame me or what?
No, don't you make your bed?
No.
I thought you did.
I'm a proud non-bed
Me
maker.
too, and I always thought that was the way to go. Why would you do that? You know how much I've been loving having the bed made? Every time I walk into my bedroom, I was like, oh, what a nice bed.
Yeah.
And Finley even commented, he's like, I like showing your house because every night my bed is made. And I was
Aw.
like, you didn't know you can make your bed. And he's like, well, I don't know how. I was like, I guess I should teach you.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
no, I
yeah.
make my bed like twice a week, and then it feels like a hotel when I walk inside.
Yeah.
But no, I always make it in the evening before we get in it. But I also think it's like good to air it out and stuff
Right,
too.
that is true.
I'm
But
not-
no, it's been interesting because I'm like, I kind of like this.
Yeah. Well, there
So
you
we'll see if
go.
it continues.
Yeah, I made my boys make their bed this morning, which I don't always make them do, but oh my word, it was like pulling hen's teeth. Like it was, anyway. But yeah, I think it's very important to have minimal bedding for your kids because then it's more, like it's easier if they have to put like 15 throw pillows in their bed and like have 4 blankets. And anyway, so I try to be very minimalistic when it comes to
we
their
are too.
bed dressing.
Yeah, I don't have any extra pillows really.
Did you feel the need to like get out nicer quilts or comfort?
didn't.
Did you buy anything?
I bought nothing.
That's
No,
good.
I didn't want to buy it. Speaking of buying, I have electively put myself on financial lockdown.
Electively.
Yeah. I mean, I decided that it would probably be good, and it is. It is
So
a
you can
wise
save a
choice.
measly $100 a week or something so you can buy a property.
Well, when you go through, I don't know how much is appropriate to share about finances on a platform like this, but where we live now, it was our mortgage, our payments were so affordable. We barely even thought about it. We felt very free to just get what we wanted to get when we wanted to get it. We didn't really think too much about what we were spending, and we thought about it. We still tried to be wise stewards of our money, but
It wasn't painful.
yes, we are making a big change financially. It'll be very different. So I think it is wise for us to kind of go over our spending. And our housing budget was so small that you can spend things on other things. Now it's just going to be a rearranging of our budget. Not that we have
Reallocating things,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
good for everyone to go through from time to
exactly.
time.
It's just kind of a shakeup of the
Yeah.
Burkholder finances, which I think is great. So
Yeah, it's for a good reason. Like we've had that because of medical bills or like you know
Right.
different things. So it's a good it's good housekeeping thing.
yes,
you know.
very good reasons. And it's also something we can tell the kids. Well, we're not going to go out to eat tonight. We're going to eat at home because we have this nice house. We bought a house. We're not going to be doing this or that. And I think they will understand that and they'll appreciate it too.
Yeah, or even having a goal like we would love to go on this trip this summer. Do we think we can save all of our out to eat budget for the next 3 months and like whatever?
Yeah.
It's good for a family project.
Yeah, because I do feel like our kids were getting way too spoiled. Like anything they wanted, they got. And I feel like this is going to be good for them. Yes, they're going to have a house that's maybe nicer, but there's going to be other areas that we're going to cut back on. So I asked Eric, how long do you think I can go without buying any new clothes or shoes? And he said, probably about 10 years. And I said, well, I was thinking maybe till Christmas.
Christmas, that's actually a decently long time.
Yeah, it is. I'm regretting it already.
What are you gonna wear for family pictures?
I don't know.
Something.
Why did I think that through and make an allowance for that,
Well, you could always barter. You could like sell stuff. And
There
then
is one contingency. But I'll also say that Eric is also doing this as well. And some guys do not like to buy clothes. He does. He does have a problem with buying shoes and clothes. Not a problem, but he likes to buy shoes and clothing. So we're all in this together. Neither of us are buying clothes or shoes till Christmas. And I think it will be really good. And I just
Christmas
got it.
or Christmas time? Because Christmas time starts the day after Thanksgiving.
December 25th.
Wow.
So I am already regretting it because I just decided I really want a denim vest. Do you have one I could borrow?
Sure. What for?
Well, I got this.
I mean, you can't borrow it till Christmas, but if you have an event for it.
Well, I got this pink dress. I bought it before financial lockdown, and it needs a denim vest. And I'm like, man, why didn't I quick buy this before financial lockdown? But no, I can wait too. You know, I'm going to wait.
That's true.
But I don't need new clothes. I just bought a whole, like, I've been buying stuff, and yeah, it's very much not, it should not be that much of a sacrifice, but I did think of family photos. But the contingency is I have some Main Street affiliate money. I'm allowed to spend that.
Okay.
So Main Street, will you please come out with a denim vest?
It has to be from there.
It has to be from there. And that's,
is your dress from them?
It's not. This dress is magic. I don't think it's going to translate when I'm sitting, but when I'm standing, I look so skinny.
You look about 6 foot tall.
Yeah, tall. And
tan.
Something I am not. But everyone, like my sister-in-law, she gave me this shirt, and I was like, hey, it's cute, but I couldn't see it fitting into my wardrobe. And then I got this dress. This outfit I have been wearing on repeat constantly. I love the way I look in it. I love the way I feel in it. I love it so much. And Danica is just so impressed because it's not hot pink.
Oh, yeah.
I usually wear bright colors, but this is like, it's not my style at all.
See, I love brown, but I was supposed to wear gray. So do I listen?
Love this outfit.
Not really.
Anyway, this dress is from that brand called 32 Degrees.
Okay.
I'll try to link it. I got it on their website, but I think it might be available on Amazon. I'll look into it. This is Quince.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know. Why don't they get back to me?
Anyway, I would love if Quince sponsored us.
We'd be great partners. We
would be.
Sell really well.
Yeah. No. I can sell clothing.
I just love their linen, like their bedding and everything.
I have their bedding.
Anyway, now we're giving them a free ad spot. Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah.
Okay, stop. But yeah, we can link our outfits down below.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not spending money till...
No.
Sorry, you're not buying clothes.
Chill.
Do you feel like clothes is like your biggest frivolous spending area?
Yes.
Probably.
I would say so. And it's not like I'm buying expensive things, but I buy a decent amount and then I consign. So I get a little bit of money back. But yeah, I do feel like, I'm trying to think what else. I don't buy tech. Mm-hmm. I don't buy gadgets, really.
See, I'd be tempted to like buy a new rug for here, buy a new lamp for there. And like that's easy to lock yourself out of because you don't need it. You know, you don't need it. But when you need like underwear or something.
Well, I don't think I'll need underwear till then. And if I do, I'll probably, Main Street doesn't have those. So we'll see. We'll cross that bridge
Can't
if it comes
thrift
to it.
Those.
No. I think that going out to eat, like on impulse food
that would be
purchases
Josh's
when we're out,
biggest sacrifice.
and clothing is my two. I mean, as a family, I would say that's probably the biggest thing. Eric's is golf for sure, but he didn't offer to sacrifice that.
Of course not. That's for mental health. That's like basically a doctor appointment once a week or 3 times a week.
I don't begrudge him his golf. It's fine. I think one thing I've learned through this whole process is I really do like the home I'm in. And I honestly, I don't say this to brag or like pat myself on the back, but I do feel like I was content in the home that I had. Yeah, there were some issues. What did you say?
Yeah, you didn't talk about moving or like insisting on knocking walls out or anything.
No, like I understood it was what it was. Like, yeah, there were some things that I wish we could have done, but I understood like it wasn't cost effective to pour a lot of money into this house. It wasn't a good decision. So I don't know. I do feel like I was content with what I had until something better came along. I was like, oh yeah, this is good. This is a good move. But yeah, I think if everything falls through and we have to stay where we are, honestly, I would be fine with that. I would.
Yeah, it's something too about, it's such a blessing to have a spouse or like a partner. It just feels like you can be more at peace when there's 2 people that are like tracking versus just you and God. Oh, is that God's voice or not?
Yeah.
Like, yes, you should be able to just like if I was single, I feel like God's prompting me to do this. I'll just take the next step and then take the next step and just see where it happens. But it's just also, it's so nice to have a tangible opinion that also like backs it up for you. If you're a little scared, maybe they'll help push you over the edge a little.
Yeah. And I think, we could have a whole topic about making decisions. Like, how do you go about making decisions? And I feel like our philosophy, whether this is right or wrong, has been, you just take one step, and if it works out, you take the next step and the next step until it happens. And then sometimes there's a clear wall, and then like I don't know, we're not much for like, I feel this or I feel that, or
it's more practical,
you know.
Like, yeah,
I don't know, it's just if you feel, no, I said feel, but if something comes up that interests you, God will give you the desires of your heart, which I don't think that means God's gonna give you everything you want. He's gonna give you the things to want.
He's gonna give you the desires like you're supposed to have.
Your desires should mirror his. So if you're walking with God and something comes up that interests you, I think you can say that that's potentially from God and pursue it until there's a clear no. I don't know. I'm holding that theology loosely, I guess.
No, it's definitely one way to make decisions for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's done. I mean, that's pretty much how we've made most of the decisions, and it's worked out so far. It doesn't mean you're never going to make mistakes. This could be a mistake, and then we'll figure that out. That's the other thing. Nothing is unchangeable. You can make a decision, and then you can make another decision, and you can make another decision. You know, you're not locked in. Hardly any decision besides marriage are you locked in. Like, you can always make another decision. You can always make a change.
You can always find another person to call or talk to, or
yeah, I don't
pivot.
Know. Yes, pivoting is a thing. So I don't know. Sometimes people, I think I've seen this in people that I know, that they get so scared about making a decision that they miss opportunities because they're sitting there scared to make a decision. And it's like, you made a decision not to make a decision.
Yeah, it's true.
You still made a decision.
And there's been times in our lives where we made a decision and then a year later, 180'd it and went back to the exact same place we were before, and it's like, was that a wasted year? Was that, and you can say, well, it wasn't the right fit, so we made a 180-degree turn. So yeah, that was a wasted year. Or you can say, what lessons did I learn along the way
Absolutely.
that are going to help me to not make an even bigger mistake later? Or what relationships or connections did I make? Did my personality change? Did I become more mature or more buoyant and flexible, or whatever it is? You don't want to wish it back.
No.
And you can look at the same situation in both ways. And so I encourage you guys that maybe that can be your takeaway. If you feel like there's some wasted years or wasted time, maybe you're single and you've been dating, and I don't want to say this is your sign to break up, but it's not wasted.
It's an option.
If you wasted a year on somebody and you're like, I don't think I want to get engaged to
the
this
bigger
person.
waste would be to marry that person that you don't.
Yeah, or if you tried the homeschooling thing and it wasn't for you, you've learned so much along the way, and you have advice for other people too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Those are two very random ideas.
Yeah, who knew that was going to come up?
Anyway, so yeah, be sensitive to the Spirit and go declutter your home, I guess. Those are the two takeaways.
If it'll feel good, I can attest to that.
There's literally no downside.
No, there is not.
Oh man, thanks so much for being here.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.